Hello, buenos dias. Welcome to my Qi Gong video. My name is Dwain Dougan. I'm a registered acupuncturist in Vancouver, Canada since 2001, and I have a diploma as a Doctor of Traditional Chinese Medicine from the International College of TCM in Vancouver. And what I would like to present to you today is a system or a style of Qi Gong called the TQH Medical Qi Gong. What does Qi Gong mean? The first word Qi refers to energy. Yeah, we live in a world, for example, where we have North Pole, South Pole, which creates an electromagnetic field. Everywhere we look, whether it be solar energy or thermal energy or kinetic energy, we live in a world that has energy sort of behind the scenes, and so we know this, we see this, this is part of Western science. Chinese medicine also has that in our body. There's a macrocosm and there's a microcosm. So we're reflections, or we're a part of the world that we live in. So what we can see outside, we can also see inside. You know, the difference being is that the Qi also travels through different channels. They're called meridians. In the yogic tradition, it's called prana, or life force energy. So Qi, Qi Gong, Tai Chi, it's all working with this energy, bioelectric or biomagnetic energy. Gong means how to utilize this energy for a certain purpose. For example, Qigong is considered the mother. The son is Kung Fu, or the martial arts. So we're using this energy for protection or for combative purposes. The daughter of Qigong is Tai Chi. So again, gentle movements used for sort of maintaining and having balance in life and for general health purposes. Another definition of Gong, Qi Gong, or Gong, is to learn to master your energy. And that same thing, to utilize it for particular purposes. You know, the Qi Gong is also a science, a study on the law of gravity, which happens to be a downward moving energy. It also has to do with structure. Just like a building, in order for it to stand according to the law, like with the effects of law of gravity, it has to be true to its center. And it's the same with our body. Our body is another form of structure. So our center of gravity in Western physiology is the umbilical area, the belly button. And so this is also reflected or explained as the concept of the 5 centers, that all of our movements should originate from the area of the umbilical. For example, in Pilates. Pilates is an exercise program that is based on some of the same principles, and they have, for example, the different core muscle groups. So they're actually working on that and cultivating, bringing, so that we're actually starting to practice moving from our center. Yeah? So this is one of the concepts of Qigong. The other thing is that it doesn't really matter if it's done correctly, because according to the ideas, we're never going to do it 100% correctly. The important thing is to try to do it correctly, and especially to do it regular practice. And it's through the regular practice of trying to do it according to the theory, the structure of the body, the positions of the feet, etc., which I'll go into a little bit more with the video itself showing the movements. So there's a knowledge behind that. But then the knowledge is really secondary to the attempt and the regular practice of that, and will improve just by practicing it. It's very important. So a lot of us get in this concept, well, we have to do it correctly, but that's not important here, especially in the beginning. So one of the first sort of theoretical concepts in Qigong is the idea of the 5 centers. I mentioned the umbilical area, the center of gravity. The other one, 2 and 3, are the centers of the palms, of the hands. This deals with the nervous system. And then the other ones are the centers of the feet, the first kidney points. For example, in martial arts, every time you punch, every time you kick, you're coming back and you're utilized from what's called the horse stance. The horse stance is the position that activates or stimulates the first kidney point. And the reason it's called the horse stance is because it gives us the strength of a horse. So these points are like roots of a tree that can bring energy into our body to be utilized for different purposes. In my Qigong, it's to be utilized for healing. you know, it also has a little bit more of sort of philosophical concepts where it also deals with, again, because of the gravity is a downward energy, the part that's the furthest, the lowest part of our body is our feet. So where is the weight of my body? Which part of the feet? Is it on the outside? Is it on the heels? Is it forward? We want to try to feel it in the center of our feet and activate that point. The other part of that is this is our connection with Mother Earth. You know, Mother Earth, Gaia, Bhumi, depending on the tradition, and it's always considered to be like a female energy. Female yin energy is a nourishing energy in Chinese medicine. So we know we get our nourishment from the planet that we live in, whether it be planting vegetables or fruit. All of our nourishment, all of our nutriment is coming from this earth, the soil, the air, the water. So this is about actually having a healthier connection with our mother. Yeah, with the nourishing energy. So we get the energy in that will give us more strength and more nourishment. It will be healthier and happier. This is the medical Qi Gong. And there's a few differences with this Qi Gong and others that I've studied, which have to do with the connections of the different points, which we'll get into further in other videos. The other concept that's very important and very basic in this is the concept of the yin and the yang. You know, this world is a world of duality also in Western medicine. And for example, we have night, we have day, we have the North Pole, we have the South Pole, we have man, we have woman, we have yin, and we have yang. So one of the principal axes of the yin and the yang is found in the two brains, the concepts of the two brains. In Western medicine, this is brain. This is one of them. This is called the fire mind or the fire brain. It's the data, it's the computer brain, it's the data processing brain. From all of this sensory stimulation, we get a neurological innervation that then stimulates and goes to the brain and it reacts accordingly. The fire mind. The other brain is the abdominal area. This is also being shown as far as the number of neurological synapses in the abdominal cavity is equal to or greater than what we find in the brain tissues. So even in Western medicine, this concept is starting to come out. In Chinese medicine, this is the basis of a lot of their philosophical as well as the Qigong practice. This is the thinking brain, this is the feeling brain. So we also have the idea that the thinking brain is being overstimulated for different reasons in our society. So we want to use this brain less and use this one more. So the Qigong practice, the basis of it is to try to feel with your mind the physical, tangible body, the bones, the tendons, the muscles, the feet. This is a medical system that starts from the feet and goes up. Western medicine starts from the brain, all of the nerves that go and innervate the whole body, so from the top down. This is from the bottom up, yeah, giving energy from our mother so that we can then heal ourselves. And part of the result of having our mind in the same place as our physical body is it automatically puts us in the present moment. The Buddhists call this mindfulness, being more conscious of where I'm at. There's many people that have written books, many teachers, for example, Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. And what he refers to in many places of that book is one of the results of being in the present moment and trying to live more and more in the present moment is we become healthier and we become happier. Life becomes a little bit more joyful, a little bit more colorful. And in the Qigong, and as a practitioner of Chinese medicine, I can often feel with the movements of my body how it's actually opening or relaxing certain meridians, the result being better health. So I hope this introduction to the video you find interesting, stimulating. If you have any questions or comments, I'd be very happy to hear from you, and I hope you continue watching my videos and have a nice day. Thank you very much.